your notebook paper, just draw an XY axis, and you're going to sketch this. Now, do you know what y equals x plus 3 looks like? I do. Do you? If you don't, put it in your grapher. Get out your, you don't have to do it right now, but I mean when you're doing your assignment. Get out your grapher, type in y equals x plus 3, see what it looks like. I bet if you thought about it a second, though, you would all know y equals mx plus b. It's a line with a slope of 1, visible 1 there, that has a y-intercept of 3. So if you go up 1, 2, 3, it goes through that point right there. It has a slope of 1. So up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and so on. Right there. You know what? I'll just draw the whole thing in. I have the benefit of erasers. I can do that. Right there is the line. Y equals x plus 3. Is everybody with me? Seriously? Don't fake it? Okay. Oh, except I don't want all of that. I only care about this graph where x is less than or equal to 0. Right here is where x equals 0. There's 0 on the x-axis. Well, it's actually 0 on both axes. It's definitely 0. So I care about this side. Don't want this side. With me? So now when you do it, just don't even draw it in. The benefit of being able to erase really easy to right there. Now, should I have an open circle on the end or a dot?
Dot.
A dot, because it's equal to 0. So I'll darken this in. I got one there anyway. There. That is that. Are you with me? Okay. All right. Now I want the graph 3. Again, 3 is horizontal line, y equals 3. From 0 to 2. Let's draw that one in green. Let's call that one 2. Let's put 2 right there. So 3. Now I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to circle this so I make sure I know that I'm not including that dot. So open circle at 0. And then a straight line over to 2. And at 2 I'm going to color it in because it does include 2. Any questions? Yeah, and this line goes forever, each way. This tells me I only care about this little slice of it between 0 and 2. Okay, last one. What does 2x minus 1 look like? We don't know? Okay, this. It has a y-intercept of -1. So -1 would be about right there. And it has a slope of +2. So it rises 2 for every one it runs. So it rises 1, 2 for every one it runs. Now, it probably is going to go through that point. Let's check it quick. How did I check it before? I need its value at 2. How do I do that? I want to know where it goes through 2. Come on, think. How do I find out the value of this function at 2? Yeah, put 2 in for the x. That's exactly right. 2 times 2 is 4. Minus 1 is 3. Oh yeah, it hits right at the same point. 1, 2, 3. So, open circle. Right, open circle because it doesn't include 2. Now, I don't put this part in. I start from right there and head that way. That's the line 2x minus 1, where it's greater than 2, not including 2. And that's what my graph would look like. Okay, now this one happened to all line up. They don't necessarily have to. For example, say this instead of 2x minus, here, change one little thing. Totally change the look of the function. There. Now again, we were done with that problem the way it was written.
2x plus 1.
Now the red line, erase it. Really, when I did that, it slid the whole thing up 2. Agree? When the y-intercept goes from -1 to +1, it's moving the whole thing up 2. So it moves this up 2 as well. Here, 2 more. Go like that. The same slope again. It's perfectly fine. So they don't have to touch each other. The pieces can have a gap. Any questions? Pieces can have a gap the other way too. Here, let me start all over with a brand new problem. Let's do one like this. I'm just making a problem up, okay? Let's do x squared and negative x squared as the two graphs. And let's say this one's where x is less than 1, and this is where x is greater than or equal to 1. Or let's make it less than -1. That'll even be better. Okay, just made that up. I go to make the sketch. Okay, well let's see. Here's -1 right here. X less than -1. Again, what does x squared look like? Yep, parabola going up. So it would be this parabola right here. But who cares about all this? The only thing that matters is where x is less than -1. So let's make it green. I'm going to go from here that way. And again, open circle because it's not equal to -1. And this would be at 1 on the y-axis, because if I substitute a -1 in here, -1 squared is +1, so the y value is 1. Am I with me? Now let's do the other one in red. Negative x squared. Oh boy, what would that look like? Sure, down. Like the u going down. So it would be this parabola right here. But I don't care about any of this over here until I get to +1. Everything greater than or equal to 1. Again, if I direct substitute a 1 in here, 1 squared is 1, then tack on the negative sign, I get a -1. So I come down 1. Now this time I got to color in the dot because it's equal to, and it's the rest of this parabola going down like this. There. There's the graph. So now that one has a gap this way. That's fine. You can have gaps. You just can't have an overlap. An overlap would mean one item has 2 different prices. That just means there's some item that doesn't exist at your store. If you go to buy one of those, hey, that happens to me all the time in Sioux Rapids, by the way. If I go down to the store to get something, they don't have it. That's fine. Okay. Went down there to buy that thing, and it isn't on either graph. It doesn't exist. Got to go to Spencer, go to Walmart, I guess. Are you with me? Understand functions and parts. Okay. All right, last thing I want to talk about is how you evaluate functions defined in parts. Like this. This would be the type of question you'll get. Someone will say, what's f of -2? Now, you don't even need the graph for this. It's 2 separate things. First we're working on graphing, now we're talking about evaluating. If I ask you, or tell you to put a -2 in for x, where would you put it? Would -2 fit there, or would -2 fit there?
Both.
Thought that was an easy question. What's that? First one. -2 is definitely less than -1. So then you put the -2 right here. -2 squared is +4. So the answer to this is 4. Have I lost you? If I said to you, what's the function's value at 5? That's supposed to be a 5, not an S. Top one, bottom one.
-25.
Okay, obviously it's the bottom one. So you put the 5 right there. Yeah, it's -25. 5 squared is 25, and then tack on the negative. But if I say, what's f of 0? Why? Sure. Doesn't fit in either piece. 0 is not less than -1. It's not greater than or equal to 1. So, can't do it. No answer. No solution. Doesn't fit in our function. Don't sell that item in our store. Are we okay? Do one more of those. just to make sure we got it. Okay. Everybody, what's f of negative 2?
First one,
First one, so what's the answer?
negative 2.
Negative 2. So I put a negative 2 in for the x, and well, it's negative 2. What's f of 0? That's tricky.
Our second one,
It is the second one. So the answer would be
3.
3. I mean, you can think of it two different ways. It's definitely this one, right? Because that's where it equals 0. So you put 0 in here. Put 0 in for the x. There's no x to put it in for. Right. So the answer is 3. Now, the other way you think about it is the graph would be this line at 3. So every single value of x was have a y coordinate of 3. Y equals 3. So the answer is 3. What f of 7?
The third one, 15.
Third one. And I heard the answer over there.
15.
15. Definitely the third one. So you put it in here. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15. Okay, let me give you another tough one. I think it is anyway.
Would it be the middle one?
Yeah, it'd be the middle one,
Another one?
or I think so. No?
Oh.
Can't put a 4 in there. No place is this function defined at 4. I mean, this is everything less than 4, and this is everything greater than 4. I could put a 3.99 in up there. I could put a 4.01 in here. I can't put in a 4, because nowhere is it equal.
What if there's a line under the second one?
Okay.
It'd be on the third
Like
one, too.
here or here?
Like above.
Okay?
Well, I guess either one would work.
Yeah, either one would work. Now the answer becomes 3.
Just 3.
Just 3. If this one had the line, then the answer would become 9. Right? You have to put the x into the spot where it's defined. And if it's not defined, well, if it's not defined anywhere, you can't put it in.